So imagine you are a founder, you're environmentally friendly, and you opened a vegan restaurant chain. You sell juicy juices and tasty vegan bowls. And of course you care about food waste and you want to prevent that. But also you want to earn money and you want to get rich. And so you don't want to see your customers go home when everything is sold out.
And as like every student and everyone sometimes in their life, we want to save money, find some discounts, and like, so I'm looking for that. So does anyone know any app where I can find some discounts?
Because the stock market is basically just a horoscope, like from my point of view, and our project is created to decipher, analyze that horoscope.
Most of you also know that sometimes you just cook like a bit too much and you have lots of leftovers, and it's kind of a shame to have to throw it away. And I had that recently. I made a curry and it was like a huge pot, and I was thinking like, what should I do with this? It's like really a shame. And when I was searching for a solution, I came up on breaking bread. And
so our project is about classification of sickle cell anemia with image recognition algorithms in machine learning. And this will help us diagnose if a person has anemia or not.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Justus, and I love to dance to electronic music. And some of you may know that when you look for events on Google, you Google something, or most of the websites look like crap and are ugly and not even functional. And for me, Facebook events is that. So I heard from RaveMap, which lets you never miss a good rave. And let's check out for raves nearby.
Welcome everyone to our campus here at Wagon, Cologne. My name is Jan, I'm the campus manager, and together with our amazing event community manager, Floor, and also our two amazing batch managers, Marlene and Darius, where are they? Here and there. We, kind of running this bootcamp here, this business here together. But enough about us. Today, we're going to give you a little introduction about what Wagon is about. I think most of you know what we are about. We'll go a little bit into detail, and after this, we will jump right into the projects. We're going to have 6 projects tonight, 3 data science, 3 web development bootcamps, web development projects. And I think that's it. One thing which is very important, please enjoy yourself as much as possible tonight, okay? We have plenty of drinks, there's a lot of food coming later, so, please make yourself at home and just enjoy the show and enjoy the evening. Perfect. So, as I said before, I would like to say a little bit about Wagon, and I would like to start with a problem, because, oftentimes in life it is that you're actually facing a problem, and once you have the problem, you're looking for a solution. And this is what Wagon did. And the problem we were actually facing was the educational problem. And if we look in our nowadays society about programming, or you want to learn to program, then maybe for the younger generation it is getting better because more and more programming courses are actually available in primary school or in the secondary school. But for our generations, around 30s, 20s, learning to code is quite difficult. And if you want to learn coding nowadays, you actually go to university, but there's a lot of theoretical stuff, and I think you can ask everybody in this room today that coding is something you learn through a hands-on experience. You need to code, you need this practical experience. Studying a book is just not how you learn coding. There might be some people who will be able to do this, but I would say the majority needs to code. Perfect. And I think one big myth I also would like to talk about is the STEM or MINT thing. People always say like, oh, you have to be good in STEM subjects. You have to be good in math and physics and biology, all these things. Otherwise, you're not good in coding, which is not true at all. I will come to this later and see what the backgrounds of our students are. But all it needs nowadays to learn coding is motivation, a lot of motivation. Yeah, and all these students here who just finished it, they were super excited at the beginning, brought a lot of motivation, and they really, really fought hard through these 9 weeks, and here we are today, and you will see their final projects later. So coding bootcamps can be a solution. Let's come to the solution, and coding bootcamps, in our opinion, are the solution. Here at Le Wagon, what's very important for us is that we have a very fast approach. So 9 weeks is very short to learn a lot. But on the other side, it's also guided. There's always support on campus, always teacher and teaching assistant support. So if you have ever any question, you always can talk to somebody. You're never alone in this sense, and very hands-on. I mentioned it now a few times. The tools, the languages, everything we use are best industry practices. So meaning that after this, if you want to go into the job market, you have all the tools what the people are actually requiring. Oftentimes, you even know more what the companies actually are requiring. And one thing I would also like to mention is the pair programming approach. So pair programming means in Le Wagon, you always code with someone else. So you have a buddy of the day. This changes every day. So you also meet all your classmates, and you always code in pairs, which is very important. And also, if you are later in a job or if you're having your own company, coding together will just help you. Because oftentimes you don't see stuff, but your buddy sees it. And like this, you can always balance it out. Good. Two more things, the worldwide community and the career support. Le Wagon, I will come to this figure later, has 10,000 of alumni, 10,000 who did the bootcamp. And the career support is also something very important for us because we want that after the bootcamp you also find a job, or you can also, not only learn to code, but also change your life. And therefore we are there, we're always helping. We have a lot of business contacts, companies we are using. Companies hire our alumni after and after. And yeah, the community, you have a lifelong access to our platform and lifelong access to our Slack community. So if you decide, after 2 years to reconnect with all these people, they're always there and they already know where you're coming from. So few numbers, then the stuff is over. So we were founded in 2013, almost a 10-year anniversary. By yesterday, we had 16,000 graduates. This will change after today because a lot of bootcamps all over the world have their demo day today. Diversity, we're talking in general, is very important for Le Wagon from day one. We wanted to so bring more women into the coding world. Worldwide scene is 40% of our participants are female and male, and of course also everybody else. We're currently on 35 different locations all over the world, and our employment of course varies from every country, every region. In Germany we have, according to our latest job report, a 93% of employment rate. So if you want to find a job after the bootcamp, the chances are very, very high. And of course we should not forget all the people who actually want to found their own company, who have this entrepreneurial mindset. And there were a lot of startups, successful startups created, and in total they raised up to more than 750 million euros, which is astounding. Give me a second. Let's look at our products and also the products we're going to see tonight. So we have our web development bootcamp and our data science bootcamp. Web development, what does this mean? We like to call it full stack development, meaning you have the back end and the front end, the back end, the logic, where everything happens. So the logic, if this, then that, to make it very simplified. And then of course the front end on how you design something, how you take the user through your application, the whole user journey, and how you design these. Data science, it's more about data, more about analysts, in general, analytical stuff. Of course, we have this machine and deep learning, which is very complex, but can be extremely, helpful. You will see this later. And of course, we also look at decision science and some neural networks. But if you want more information on this, you can talk later. Also, the Dias, he's I think more than happy to talk about this stuff. Otherwise, you can find, of course, also a lot of different information on our website. Good. Our formats, because here in Cologne we only offer full-time bootcamps, so the 9 weeks plus 1, the career weeks, so 10 weeks in total, but you can also do it part-time. You can do it part-time online, or also in other cities in Germany, and yeah, full-time means Monday to Friday, 9 to 6. Oftentimes our students stayed a little bit longer, and part-time for everybody who is working or has other responsibilities during the day and wants to do it after work or afterwards. Good. My last slide to Le Wagon, financing option, because I think it's very important. We want to make it as accessible as possible. Of course, you can pay it yourself in the normal manner, like 2 installments, but you can also put it over 1 whole year. But you can also do something very amazing in Germany. This is called a Bildungsgutschein. So if you're currently a job seeker or if you're registered at the unemployment agency, then you can actually go there and you can ask for Bildungsgutschein, so an educational voucher, meaning that you can actually get the whole bootcamp for free. It's a very nice thing. There's a few German bureaucracy stuff you have to challenge, which you have to go through, but we are more than happy to help you there. And yeah, it's a very nice thing. I also did the bootcamp at the beginning of 2020, also through Bildungsgutschein, and I'm very grateful that this actually existed, and it changed my life. There I am today here. We also have something called an income share agreement. It's more like you do the bootcamp, and once you find a job, and only if you find a job, then you deduct something from your monthly salary and you pay back this company who offers you the thing, which is also very nice, and you don't have the risk of you will find a job, 93%. If you want to find a job, you find a job. But if you don't find a job, you also don't have to pay back, and you don't have this financial pressure, which is very nice. If you have any question regarding these things later, come to me or anybody to us, and we're more than happy to help you there. Good. Let's come to our students, because this is why we're all here today for the demo days. And our dog, because we were very lucky, as this batch we also had another dog. Unfortunately, he left. He has to go home. But we will miss him. Perfect. Exactly. Marcus or Marquis from today. Perfect. So who are our students? Most of the time they are upskillers. They already have a degree, maybe even a master, maybe even a PhD, but they need these technical skills to thrive in their career, maybe to change their career. And I think most of us, if you would look at us, our students later, they are upskillers. But of course, we also have career changers, people who come from completely different backgrounds and want to go into the tech world, which is very nice. We have once in a while an entrepreneur, we have Julius up there, who is in this direction. And then of course, creatives. And I think creatives are very, very interesting, because oftentimes the creative people who are coming from an art background, they really accelerate when it comes to coding. And it's something very interesting. And I hope to see more and more creatives in this industry. Very good. Here's a little gift from a student who summarized the whole bootcamp experience in a very fast-paced dia show. But yes, this is a lot of sleeping, a lot of coding, and a lot of fun and food. Perfect. A few fun facts, and then I'm also done. We had 20 students this time, 11 in data science, 9 in web development, and they're from all over the world. And I tried to get all the countries now, but we had from Japan, from China, from Azerbaijan, from Vietnam, South Africa, Europe, of course, Colombia, and I probably forgot some. In India, of course, Vivek from India, perfect. So you can see a very international group, and
You also forgot my age.
no, I actually checked through. Then give us the correct number. 38. Okay, typo. Perfect. Average age 30, which is also if you look at the other bootcamps, always around 30. The students, which is very nice. Also for the whole team, as we're all the same age as well. And at least 600 educational units throughout these 900 weeks. We count them in 45 minutes, if you ask how this number comes up. But most likely there was more, because a lot of students stayed oftentimes longer, even though we say don't code after 6 p.m. because your brain needs also time to reflect. And small estimation when it comes to mate or any kind of soft drinks, probably even more. And 20 kilo of coffee, I think, is also quite long, probably more. You were drinking a lot of coffee in these 9 weeks, but all good. One thing I like, and we always like to play here in Cologne, is table tennis. I'm a passionate player, but this time I have to say I was beaten in this sense, as we had a really good players, and I think later we will also play a little bit more. So if you like to play table tennis, please join us. Perfect. Then it's come to the pitches. We're going to look at 6 applications today, and they are all accessible. What I want to say with this is that they are all available on the web. If you want to visit them, if you want to try them out yourself, talk to the students later. I think they're more than happy to give them to you. Try them out yourself. They were built within only 2 weeks. Okay, it's quite an astonishing accomplishment after 2 weeks just building these applications. They're all solving daily problems. This is how it should be. And to give you a very small introduction of what is ahead of us, we have a sales prediction tool, a local discount service, a stocks prediction, a food sharing platform, a blood diagnostic tool, and a platform for nightlife. And for our first project of today, I would like to welcome Michael, Christoph, and Patrick, and they're going to tell us a little bit about an application which can help your business to predict your sales. And I think without saying too much now, I don't want to say too much, but one thing which is very nice, they actually approach a very big retailer and ask them for their data. They can't name the people where they got the data from, but they ask them and they got the data, which I think is an amazing thing. And yeah, let's see what they found out and how they approached this. So please give it up for these three.
Okay, so have you ever wondered what happens when you mix machine learning with a vegan restaurant? If no, we did, and we will tell you now. So imagine you are a founder, you're environmentally friendly, and you opened a vegan restaurant chain. You sell juicy juices and tasty vegan bowls. And of course you care about food waste and you want to prevent that. But also you want to earn money and you want to get rich. And so you don't want to see your customers go home when everything is sold out. So that's why you want to know what you sell exactly on the next day and in the next week. So you approach us as a data science team and ask for help. And we say, yes, give us all your data and we can do something. So we wanted to forecast the sales on store level and on product level. And as Jan already mentioned, this is a real data, not the dummy data. And we have the data now. For example, here you can see the sales of our juicy juices. And yeah, everything you learned in school doesn't really fit the data. For example, linear functions doesn't really work, parabolic functions doesn't really work, and also sine functions, all you know from school, it doesn't really fit the data. So we need something more advanced. And there, machine learning comes into play, and we chose time series. And the advantage of this is that you can predict trends as well. So for example, if more people eat vegan every year, and you also have seasonality inside. So for example, in summer you sell more juices, or on Monday you sell more bowls than on Thursday. So this is also integrated into the model. And on top of that, you also have external factors, like the lockdown periods you see where the sales are 0. This is also integrated in our model. So let's get rid of all the old functions and do machine learning. So we took part of the data and we trained our model with this data. Then the rest of the data we took for validation. So we saw, okay, our model fits quite well the validation period. And then we said, okay, if that fits, we can forecast. And that's what we did. And I want to hand over to Christoph, my colleague, who will present the product we have now for our customer.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Yeah, my name is Christoph, and I'm super excited to be here, and I'm very excited to be a part of this team and working on these amazing products. We are truly living in amazing times, times of a paradigm shifts in relation to our approach to animals, to our environmental awareness, and building healthy food habits. And rise of vegan and plant-based diets is a fact. Right now, the market is worth globally over $20 billion, and it is estimated that by 2028, this number will triple. So if you are an owner of a growing vegan food chain, you might be thinking, how can I leverage the possibilities that time series offers to optimize my business in the competitive market, to maximize my profit and satisfaction of my customers. So my colleagues and me, we built this web application called Sales Forecast. It allows, let's take a look how it works. So my colleague Patrick has selected a branch and a product from the pane on the left, and we can see here the projection. It's based on the real-time data, and it goes further in the future, forecasting how the sales will develop over the coming weeks and months. But our app goes much deeper. On the components pane, we can see how the different patterns developed over the cycles, understood both yearly and weekly. This provides important insights, allowing to make informed choices if you are an owner of a growing company. Let's take a look at different branch. Let's select Hamburg and go back to the forecast. So this, while it loads, it gives me a bit of a time to take a little bit more about what the points mean. So the points are the real data that we collected, and these wavy lines are our projections that were made by the machine learning model. And if we zoom it closer on a selected period of time, our app offers also this possibility, then we can see it even closer. Let's take a look at the components pane again. It doesn't look very interesting, very variable in this branch, but we can see that there is a steep line over the period of the year, and a clear pattern, a weekly pattern of a customer behavior, which of course is an important insight, shaping further our business. The key role of the data scientist is to provide stakeholders with tools and insights that will allow them to make informed decisions. We are absolutely convinced that sales forecast fulfills both of those objectives, but we don't stop there. We are constantly working on further developing our app to provide new features that will provide further insights and allow your business to grow. Michael?
Thanks. Yeah, to wrap it up and give you a little bit of hint of what ideas we also have. You can look at the map, which is a heat map of the density of vegan restaurants of, in this example, Cologne, but we also have it for other cities. So we want to try to find out if there's a correlation between the density of vegan food in a city and the sales of vegan restaurants. That's something we would like to integrate in our model as well, and also it would be interesting for the vegan food chain if they not know the forecast on a bowls and juice level, but on a raw material level. So how many broccolis I have to order tomorrow. And of course, weather is always impacting the sales. We also can integrate this in our model. And these are our next steps we want to do. And I thank you for your attention. And I want to highlight that we had a great team with Patrick and Farhad as well, and Christoph. So please applaud also for them. Thanks.
All right, so give me 1 second while I'm connecting the phone. And let me tell you a little bit about the next application which is coming up. So Natalia and Diego are going to present now an app which I think everybody nowadays wants and needs, because prices are going up and everybody likes to save. And this next app is designed to help you to save. And yeah, without saying too much, let's do it like this. Will work. Perfect. So please give it up for Natalia and Diego.
Okay, first of all, thanking all of you for coming. It's been a pleasure to be here in front of all of you. Okay, let's start. My name is Diego. I'm a new student who's just moved to Cologne from Tenerife. And as every student and everyone sometimes in their life, we want to save money, find some discounts, and so
I'm looking for that. So does anyone know any app where I can find some discounts? Sorry, can you repeat? Oh, sounds really, really cool. I'm gonna download. Oof, Wagon connection. Oh, okay, here. We'll see, like, for example, what's Primark doing here? I didn't know that I could save more money in Primark. It's already so cheap, but let's check the products that they have. Look, yeah, some socks. I really need them. They didn't fit in my luggage. Prices of luggage is really, really expensive, so I think I'm gonna check them. But I really need more clothes, so let's check for more products. No, this just doesn't look for me. Okay, enough for Primark. Like, I'm gonna save the store for later, so maybe I can come back and check it. So let's check for more stores here in Cologne, nearby. Let's scroll a bit. Primark already see. No idea what's the bot, honestly. Let's see. Stife. I don't know if I say it wrong. So yeah, let's go to a familiar store. Maybe H&M, that store that I really enjoy buying in Tenerife. So look, like we have like a H&M store, and it has like really good discounts, up to 50%. So let's check the products they have. Maybe, nah, it's honest. Maybe for my mom, but not for me. So let's check. Too elegant for me, sorry. And doesn't fit for me, but it's a birthday of a friend, so I need some gifts. So I think I like it, so I'm gonna save the store for later. Maybe I can check, but it's only 20%, so I'm feeling like I'm not saving that money. So let's check for more stores. Let's go back and check for maybe more stores in Cologne, like a new student, as I tell you. So I really don't know. So I want to save that money I can. So let's go for 50%. So I can see where the shops that offer me 50% of discount. So I'm a really, really lazy person. So I'm living in the north of Cologne. So I will check this one that is the close by my home. The bot, I'll say before, I really don't know any about it, so let's see what people think about it. Here we can see the reviews. Beautiful shop, walking through, sensual pleasure, okay. Wine glasses, okay, it looks like people really enjoy when they are going by there, so I think I'm gonna give it a try, but I'm completely lost in the city, so I don't know how to reach it, so let's navigate there. Come. Okay, and now I want to thank all my team, because like all my team also like Wagon staff, because like without them this wouldn't be possible, and thanks to all of them and to all of you, we are Discount Discover.
Thank you, Diego. Thank you, Natalia. Perfect. For our next project, I would like to welcome Tang, or how everybody likes to call you here, Wu, and also Laura. And what they did was a very interesting approach. They actually used one of the biggest newspaper out there, scraped it, like analyzed all the words, and they tried something which is almost impossible. Let's see if they succeeded. And they tried to predict the stock market. And of course, this would be something everybody would like to have access to. But without going now, without saying too much, well, please give it up for Wu and Laura, and they will show you what they were working on the last 2 weeks.
The first thing, I call my project the Wu York Times. Because my name is Wu. You're welcome. And the secondly, that's because I don't want to have a copyright. I'm already like broke enough, so yeah, it will cost me a lot. So this project is about the core project is about predicting the stock market. So do you guys want to get rich? Yeah? Yes. Yeah, oh cool. So yeah, just keep dreaming, because this one, yeah. Because the stock market is basically just a horoscope, like from my point of view. And our project is created to decipher, analyze that horoscope. So yes, I heard the rumor that I heard the quote. Someone like popular, I don't want to name it here, said that what is it? By the rumor sell the stock. So our team is want to know that is this actually a good advice or not. So yeah, no. So yeah, no. So that's it's simply is like more academic is how the news is correlated to the stock market, and as you can see here, is the actual New York Times headline. It look like this. It's easy for people, human, to understand and read it, but for the computer, for the machine, it's really hard to analyze it and read it. So now we're gonna do with the stock market 101, if you don't know. So the stock market basically is just, by my definition, it's just the up or down of the stock market. It's a bull market, it means it's go up, and bear market, it means go down. And to make the machine understand it well, we label it as 0 for the stock go down and 1 for the stock go up. And the source we take for the finance, we use the S&P 500. It is really a reliable, stable source to analyze it. So what does the financial news look like? I'll show you. This is when our team is pre-processing it, and this is the clean data, so that it makes the machine, the computer, really easy to understand word by word like this. Yes, like if you can see here, like Lewis Hamilton birthday, happy birthday to Lewis. Yes, it's really like, you can say that it's really like positive news. But after that, you can see this like USA 2,000 troops are in Syria. It's like serious news, and it's meaning really negative. So this still the thing that we human read and understand it, but the machine still cannot understand it. That's why I choose the method NLP, natural language processing, to make the computer can categorize it for us. It make the machine work for human to categorize like the sentiment of it, like positive, neutral, or negative meaning. And so this our result like after we analyze it and put it on the model. Laura, can you show me? Yep, this is the sentiment like based versus the date. As you can see here, can you zoom it out a little bit? So yeah, zoom it out. Oh, yeah, auto scale. So people can auto scale. Yeah, that one. Yes. This is the result of the machine learning, the NLP stuff do for us. As you can see here, it's divided into negative, positive, and neutral as we wish. And you can zoom it on the period of time about the COVID time, because I believe that it will like, yep. You can see that there's a lot of like negative sentiment in here, and the positive is really a little bit compared to it. So this graph, it pop up into our mind that what is the percentage of the negative sentiment with the positive and the neutral sentiment. So that is how we have, like you can see that 98% of the news is actually like meaning negative. So the principle of the news is just like have the positive and negative meaning to make us feel more fear and try to know what is know what happened in the world and click it into the to the article to read it, right? And yep, and that's how the most common word happen when we analyze it in the period of like 15 years, like from 2008 to 2021. you can see here, because this is the US, the American newspaper, you can see that all is talk about the US, but it also talk about another nation too, like China, Russia, Israel, and not only the nation, it's also a lot of work related to the politics stuff, like protests, military, police, president, war. Well, as you can see, yes, there's a lot of negative meaning in here. So, so this is like makes our model. It cannot work completely because of the imbalance of the sentiment in the world. So we have to use another models to analyze the stock market, right? And I have to conclusion that the stock market is not so related with the news because the sentiment of it. And now my friend Laura is working on the time series. She will give you more information about what she used to predict the stock.
So this is the web app that we developed. You can see New York Times for my dear boss. And then here, it's the headline that he presented before. You see there are several information. So Vu, you can show us maybe some words that you would like to choose. So crime, Dutch crime reporter, so you have negative, but also the Dutch, so politics. And after also indigenous governor, for example. So it's really like showing also here in the headlines what we observe actually based on the sentiment analysis. And then, okay, so here we did another approach. So we use another model which is called Facebook Prophet. So it's a time series, like a bit the group of Michael, Christophe, and Patrick showed before. You have here the stock market, so the black line. Here it's our prediction, and here is what we call the confidence interval. So it's like the error that we are doing to predict the stock market. And basically you can see here that we are predicting quite well this. We can also forecast, but I will not go into detail about this. So, and then Vu, we implemented also a date. Vu, can you show us for the date part?
So that to show you that all web apps actually work, I will choose the day. So which one have the good days to choose? No, right? So I choose my birthday. Cool. So yes, it's on June. Cool, but yeah, I will choose this on June 21. Is my birthday. So yes, so make sure happy birthday to me on that day. On LinkedIn, okay? So here
you can see. Can you go a bit up? Yes. So you can see the headline change based on whose birthday. We still have some, of course, negative news. Still the Ethiopia, for example, and then you can go back down, and the stock market is still a bit good. The SP 500 is still going up. So yes, and our predictions are quite good. So the next step we were thinking to maybe try to see if the sentiment analysis is matching with the stock market and the prediction. It was to look at, so someone I like, if you look at us, Elon, Elon Musk. So Elon Musk tweeted this in the 6th of November 2021. And he said, yes, that he will sell 10% of his Tesla stores. So what is the influence on the stock market? Boom, is going down. Okay, so maybe this can also be implemented in the model and maybe will show an impact on the stock of these popular people.
the next step can you previous slide? This is the next step. We will want to improve that. Instead of using the news headline, we use the Twitter. Like for example, like someone who really like dominate the stock market, like Elon Musk. Yeah, we use that in the future. So basically, this our website NLP Predict is just a free trial version. So yes, and yeah, if you guys want to like buy stock or something in the future, make sure that try to use our model website first. Okay? So yeah, and yes, I have to thank you, my team, because they worked really good. Like I have to tell you, like yesterday we have to work until like 11 for Dias, and for Philips here he worked until 3 a.m. to finish our project, so we can have the presentation for you today like this. So yeah, again, thank you all teams, and thank you guys.
Oh, thank you so much, amazing. So for our next application, for our second web dev team, they're all very passionate chefs, like amateur chefs. They like to cook. They like to cook so much that oftentimes they cook actually too much. And if you cook too much, what do you want to do with it? You want to throw it away? Clearly not. So they came together and yeah, found a solution for it. And please give it up for Axel and Hai. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Hai. Nice to meet you and thanks for coming here today. And I'm sure all of you know, like, it's one of the best feelings in the world to just come together with friends and have a good meal and even drinks. And it's an even better feeling if you cooked it yourself. But I'm sure most of you also know that sometimes you just cook like a bit too much and you have lots of leftovers, and it's kind of a shame to have to throw it away. And I had that recently. I made a curry and it was like a huge pot, and I was thinking like, what should I do with this? Like, it's like really a shame. And when I was searching for a solution, I came up on Breaking Bread, and they enable the community to share food between each other, and like in a sustainable way, so that people can share it and not have to throw it away. And I don't know about you, but actually I'm a bit hungry right now, so maybe let's check out what Cologne has to offer. And yeah, triple chocolate cake looks kind of good. Or maybe, what do you guys think? What should I pick? Like, maybe. Oh, okay. I think yeah, let's go for jollof rice. And that's another cool thing. I think, like, I don't know about you, but I really like enjoying food from different cuisines and other cultures, and like have a little bit spice in your life. And for example, this dish is Nigerian, and yeah, I have never had it. Some friends told me about it from Ghana and Nigeria. So let's check it out how far it is, because yeah, I don't want to cycle too much today. And it's a bit far, so let's maybe take something else. Oh, what's that? Yeah, looks like a good snack. Yeah, let's maybe a little thing, something sweet. Let's order this, right? I just gonna message him and ask him if we should pick it up. Oh, what time would be great. And while we are waiting for his reply, maybe I want to check the dashboard out and show you guys what I posted recently. So, for example, I made a Korean tofu or summer rolls, and last week I made like 20 rolls and I shared it because it was a bit too much, and 5 people actually picked it up the next day, and I thought that was really cool. I was surprised, and we're gonna meet up next week actually and make some rolls together. And let's see maybe if Afolabi has replied, because, oh yeah, whenever you like, so how about now? And yeah, why not deliver it now? Woo, quick delivery. Thanks. Yeah. And I also want to have my whole team come on stage, like Aksa and Afolabi. They're like, we're a really hard-working team. And yeah, also thanks.
Thank you, Hai. And for our next and last data science project, I just don't really know how to explain it, as it really blew my mind. It's something so impactful, and I don't want to say too much about it, but I really hope you will continue working on it, and I think this can really improve the life of many people around the world. So without further ado, Vivek and Philip, please come on stage.
Yeah. So our project is about classification of sickle cell anemia with image recognition algorithms in machine learning. And this will help us diagnose if a person has anemia or not. But before going deep into it, I would like to introduce my team. We have a diverse team which has from zombies, humans, and cute people. So yeah, they did a lot of effort in helping and developing this project. And I'm lucky, and not just lucky, but I'm very proud that I'm representing them here in this project. So with that, let us start about our problem. So what we have here is human blood, which has basics is like we have red blood cells, which gives red colors, white blood, which protects you from the germs and all, and platelets, which helps you to basically do other metabolism. And if you see here, if we separate all the cells and then just see red blood cells, then for a healthy person, it looks like this. They have like a donut shape, and they are really dense in a healthy person. But if the person is suffering from anemia, then the cell takes this type of shape. I would like to spend some time explaining what is anemia. So anemia is a hereditary disorder which passes from like parent to child usually, and also if you have a high deficiency of iron in your body. So because of that, if you have anemia, then if you cut, then it will be very difficult to heal back up, and the person is always bleeding. So, and also other effects are like you have fatigue, you tired fast, so they don't live a normal life, and in very severe cases they have to do blood transfusion very frequently. So we want to diagnose, as you can see, it's an image problem, so we can use image analysis. And if we see the models, then we use deep learning model and a hybrid CNN model. I would like to spend a bit, so because it will be a bit technical, I would like to spend some time explaining what this machine learning is. So for if you want to know, it's like machine learning is like just like if you want to train a baby. So when you want to, for example, if you want to train a baby to see a dog, what you do is you give so many images of dog, you pass the photos of a dog to the baby, and it learns. And when you take the baby out to the street and if he sees the dog, he will recognize that it's a dog. A similar approach is there. We pass a lot of images. We have 2000 images. It is passed to the neural network. So the name neural network you must have heard. It's like our brain. So it analyzes the patterns in the images, and then we train the model so to know what kind of images are passed. And just like when baby predicts dog, the similar way our model can predict whether person is healthy or person is sick. So that is one way. The other way is the hybrid model, and I will at the end of the presentation I will explain why we have two models. So the hybrid model is the similar approach, except that the only difference is like, for example, a deep learning baby is a school going baby, which can take care of its own, but a hybrid model is like a toddler. So you have to train a lot, like you have to feed him and you have to do a lot of processing, but that baby also can recognize a dog. So in our case, it can also predict whether a person is healthy or sick. So after these two models were trained and tested, we found that accuracy of deep learning model was 80% because, of course, bigger baby performs better. So, a hybrid model also has 75% accuracy because, so the thing is like, here percentage is like if we pass 100 images of blood smears, then it will, out of 100, 80 will be detected correct in the deep learning, and in the other case 75. They are in the similar ballpark, but we need to optimize that. We will come in the next slides. So we will see this thing happening. We make a web app which can do this, and here you can see there are real images of blood smears from a person. So if a person is healthy, you will see, as I said, they have all the blood cells which are circular in shape. But if person is not, if he has anemia, you see this type of sickle cells in the blood. So our image, our model can recognize these two images differently. And that demonstration will be given by my colleague Jay-Z, and she will do it in a very interactive way.
Okay, I will have a short introduction about our website. We built a website for our two models. We want to show how our models perform. First, we upload a picture on it, and our two models will give you the probability of the being sick. First is our deep learning model, and the second is our machine learning model. Okay, let us try a new picture. Okay. See this picture. Take a guess. This is a sick person or healthy? Sick. Okay. See our models. Our deep learning model told us, oh, it's by 100% this is a sick person, and our machine learning models is just almost 60%. Okay. Change another. We will try another. How do you think so? Is also sick or healthy? Also sick. Okay. Okay. Look, our deep learning model also told us this is a sick person, but the machine learning is going lower, right? Yes. I will see the last one. Oh, beautiful circle one, right? Who thinks this is a sick person? Oh, yes, see our model. Our deep learning model is decreased. The number is decreased. It's just 75%, and our machine model is almost 44%. I also think this is a healthy person. Okay, guys, I hope you guys like the small challenge. I will give back to the Vivek. He will give you an amazing conclusion and what we will do in the next step.
So, thank you, Jazzy. So yeah, very quick to wrap up. So as you see, either person is sick or person is not sick. It can't be like 50% sick or 60% sick. So we need some more modification or more optimization of our models. By the way, what we want to implement and in the future is, for example, what you see here, this image. It's, as I said, when baby recognizes a dog, then what baby must be seeing, it's the same thing. This image is generated by machine when it was trained with the data. So this, what you see here, is a machine generated image, how it sees when the data is passed to it. And it does all by what training we provided. So what we want to do is, as you can see, it's still not perfect as the original smears. So to optimize this, we want to do is like, for example, for deep learning, we want to put color processing. So it's like if we pass different color images, then the model confuses. It's just like, as I said, maybe if you overwhelm them with information, they get confused. So we want to make things simple. So pass black and white image to it. So those color correction filters, and then it's like what they also call edge detection kernels or edge detection filters. So it's like basically what it does is it makes circles around these shapes in the image, and then those filters are given for the training in the model. So model knows where to look at and what to look at. So that is for the deep learning side of thing, and for the hybrid side of thing, it's like what we call masking techniques. It's the same thing like that we just tell model where to look and what to look. And also we want to do is that at some point, once the model is optimized, once it finds the 6 cell, it automatically draws these kind of circles, and it tells that where are the 6 cells, so we can locate that. And now you will think that why we have 2 models. The reason is that deep learning models are very heavy to train, they are very resource intensive and very, let's say, very difficult to deploy and to pass and to use by all. So those can be like a PCR test we have in COVID. And these hybrid models are very fast and very light. We can even run in a local PC. So they can be like a Snell test. So what we want to have is like a web app where a medical staff can just pass the blood smear and machine can do the Snell test. And if they have resource, then they can also do the deep learning stuff. So that is what we want to try to do and implement in our model in our next step, and we will keep on working on that. So with that, I would like to end this presentation, and I would like to have my team on the stage so that you all can see who else performed.
If you guys like our project, contact our link.
Perfect. So for our last web development and also last presentation of today, we're going to talk about dancing, raving to be precise. And one thing I really like about this application is that it just hits exactly the sweet spot when it comes to design and the raving culture. And so therefore, please give it up for Justus and Iri for their amazing application.
Hi, I'm Justus, and I love to dance to electronic music. And some of you may know that when you look for events on Google, you Google something, or most of the websites look like crap and are ugly and not even functional. And for me, Facebook events is dead. So I heard from RaveMap, which lets you never miss a good rave. And let's check out for raves nearby. Okay, so let's check out what this is. I think it's on the Rhine. Polar Wiesenboot 2. Let's check the page out. Okay, techno's nice. So join our unique 7H daytime cruise along the Rhine on the MS Rhine Energy. Maybe we should bookmark this for later. Success, you added this party to a calendar, cool. Let's go to the calendar. Oh, okay, it's on Sunday, so maybe it's not the best idea to go on the party on Sunday. I don't want to be the hangover person on Career Week's Monday. So we should remove the bookmark and look for something today, maybe. Yes. Okay, boring. Let's go back to Phonovision. I think that's a nice party. Trend suits me. So let's check out the description again. Energetic 90s house and trance jams. Mesmerizing every dancer. Sounds nice. Let's bookmark this. And let's check out the map. So I think that's quite nearby. So we could literally walk after demo day to this. So maybe we should bookmark this and place a comment. Stop coding and let's rave. Thanks for listening. And thanks to Ari, my teammate.
Thank you so much, Justus. Thank you, Eri. Amazing. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. If you have any question, please feel free to talk to any of us, to the students or to the staff here. And yeah, enjoy maybe we should remove this now. This has nothing to do here. Perfect. So enjoy tonight, and yeah, see you around. Thank you.